Hey guys, welcome to the Rational Optimization Podcast. My guest today is Mihnea Angheluta, and I was pretty shocked. We started to talk, and it turns out his goal is to have a Porsche by the age of 30. I was like, I'm not sure if he was the right person to invite in my podcast, but it turns out that he actually has pretty good reasoning for why this arbitrary goal is a good goal. And I was pretty surprised how much his reasoning in the end made me even agree with him that this is maybe not a bad goal. I still challenged him with something that I feel, or I think I have arguments for, is a superior goal than this arbitrary goal of getting a Porsche or any arbitrary goal. And yeah, it's the goal of trying to enjoy as much as possible. And yeah, we really went into the discussion between those two goals, between abstract and tangible goals. And yeah, it was interesting. Guys, enjoy.
Okay, man. Maybe to start off, you study cognitive science and artificial intelligence here at Tilburg. Yeah. What made you decide to do this, to study this?
Well, there's two things. First off, my dad's a programmer, like a software developer, and he instinctively tried to get me where he is, like even better than him. And so from a young age, I had this interest, not necessarily interest, because I was like against my dad, which is natural for boys to be. But from high school, I started loving it. And then I just wanted to do something in computer science or economics. But I also had a really, really nice middle school teacher, biology teacher. And that made me love biology, anatomy, neuroscience and stuff like that. And I started reading for myself. And it not necessarily I was good in biology, but I didn't need to learn much because I was passionate about it. I didn't need to use a lot of time to be good in biology. So it's the combination of these two things that really made me want to come here. Like, it's basically the only course in the whole of Europe that does both things, which is amazing. And it was also like a little less work than, calculus and stuff like that for the entrance exams. So I love this.
Okay, nice. I forgot you wanted to talk about the outro.
Yes, I want to talk about the Andre's outro.
Okay, it's podcast number 7, the outro. If you started podcast number 7 and stopped it somewhere, go watch the last
2 minutes.
2 minutes. It's super funny and also deep and also amazing. And yeah.
I love this. It was really catchy. And yeah.
You want to summarize?
You can summarize.
Okay, so it was mainly Andre and me. We were talking about meaning and stuff, and then I had to go to the toilet in the end, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the toilet, and Andre was like, I'm gonna make an outro, and then he started to talk about basically his idea was, correct me if I'm wrong because you just listened to it, but it's like, are we running away from some kind of pain with this optimization, with this searching for meaning? Is there like is there something we're fleeing from, or do we think that there is like a safe haven that we can reach by this optimization, by this searching for meaning? If there's like an end goal that is like better from something else,
that basically after that we'll stop having pain. Like, is life only pain that we have to go through to reach optimization?
Yeah.
And I love this because to me that's exactly what life is. And if you like, every time we're gonna have problems, like and any type of problems will cause you some sort of pain, like even emotional, physical. Ever since you're little, like, you're gonna fall down, you're gonna learn from that pain, you're gonna optimize for the next steps, learn from your mistakes, right? You're gonna optimize the next steps to be better than what you were last week or yesterday. And I think this is, you can take this idea and expand it to the whole of life. like you're gonna have a lot of pain, but you're gonna learn from that pain. You're gonna get through it because, as Uder said or didn't, the tomorrow the sun is also gonna shine. So you have to be able to be optimistic, to go through the pain, and to reach your optimization or your life goal, as one might put it. You know.
So basically, life is like you're always experiencing pain. Like,
But that's the beauty of it, in my opinion. Like, if you don't have pain, if you don't have bad days, you don't have the good days. You won't appreciate them, right? I actually have a really good example from exactly today. I made the worst chicken I have ever done. I don't know what was in it, but I had to eat it because it was my only meal of today. And I love cooking. Like my friends from Romania gave me like a master chef apron because they know how much I love cooking. And I usually do good stuff, but this particular day was so bad. I don't know, but it made me appreciate how good I ate and how like the good meals I had. But it's basically there's pain to make you appreciate the good days or the good times.
So, like, there are 2 points here. Like, the first one is that in life we experience a lot of pain, and whenever we experience pain, it's like a trigger for us to learn, so we don't experience it the next time because we learn from it. So this way, like, optimization is a way of running away from pain, but it's a really normal way, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's like the natural way of living. It's not like, because I think optimization for many people is like, you're trying to optimize everything, you don't enjoy your life or stuff. But this way, like, okay, so you're optimizing automatically. And the second,
so you're basically not optimizing, and you're not having fun because you want to, okay, so now I'm going to eat and now I'm going to sleep and now I'm going to work and now everything is planned out for the rest of my life. No, in my opinion, you should be able to experience life. You don't want your life to be exactly planned out, because then, yes, it's optimized, but you don't enjoy it. That's where the pain comes in, that you don't plan out the thing, it goes completely wrong, and then it's quite okay afterwards, and you appreciate the afterwards more than if you would plan everything out and try to optimize it, you know. It's
so you say that you are happier if you don't optimize.
Yeah, I mean,
if you let it just
maybe it's just
flow.
Yeah, maybe because I'm young and like I don't have like a job or anything like that. But I feel like people should experience more or try more things, fail in those things, and then see what they're good at and try to build from there. And when you fail when trying those things, yes, you do fail, but you know where you did and you can try again and try again. And if you start liking it, you can get enjoyment from it. So it's basically a sort of optimization. I mean, this is from day to day, or from this is not necessarily life goal, because you need to have some life goals, but from starting the planning of your life, you shouldn't have everything set up to reach that life goal. You have to get a deadline, of course, but you shouldn't know every step you're going to take, because it might be a mistake, but you don't realize it's a mistake, and you're not going to get enjoyment afterwards.
So, well, about the life goal, no, it's an idea. I don't think I agree 100%, because I think if you have a life goal, then this is the definition of your life goal. Then it's like if this is if you say this is everything that matters, then like your happiness shouldn't matter. So you should try to get the most optimal plan.
Yeah.
So it's like, but if you say you want to optimize for happiness as well, then your claim is, if I plan too much, I can't enjoy. Like,
yeah. There has to be a spice to life. Otherwise, where are you living? I don't know.
I think, yeah, maybe if you were really sure like how the rest of your life would look like if you know, like, every day I'm going to do exactly the same, like, until I die, then yes. But I think you like you can try to plan your whole life, but I can promise you it won't work out. Like
Yeah, see,
I can, yeah. So yeah, but do you think this optimization, like that Andre was talking about?
Yeah.
So we are optimizing to get away from pain.
Yes.
Do you think that this optimization will really get us away from pain?
If you think as pain as problems you're gonna have throughout your life, then no, because there has been so many studies and so many necessarily scientific studies, but you observe people and people say money gives you happiness, but it doesn't. Like if money is your optimization to every single problem that you would have, you're still gonna have more problems. Like it's optimization is not an end goal, I believe, and the way I don't know. Like I think it's recursive. Like every time you optimize something, you get another problem because maybe you haven't thought about that, or just something pops up. It's life, or and then you optimize for that thing, and then you another problem, and then you optimize for another, and then it's beautiful. I think just this cycle of problems and optimizations that is basically the beauty of life, in my opinion.
Oh, I really agree. And you know what? I also know a real different opinion, because I think a lot of people would say that this cycle, like of this is not the beauty, because you can't enjoy because like it's that always like trying to get better and to get better and to get better, that this is like meaningless. But I think also that this is like a really beautiful thing you can do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you I'm not feeling I don't really agree with Andres outro. I don't think that I'm running away from pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like
in like subconsciously we all are, because we're all animals at the end of the day, and that's what we were made for. Like that's basically evolution. It's a better way to get away from pain, like
okay,
into basically all of evolution was this, but the enjoyment is just finding new ways to get away from pain.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. I think it depends on what you mean by pain, because
pain
like,
is problems in my mind. Like pain is all the problems you would have throughout your life. Like when you're a kid, you fall down, you hurt your knee, or when you're older, you break up, you hurt your heart, or you have family problems, or you have school problems and you're stressed, and then you hurt your brain. I don't know, anxiety, and it's all these problems that always have solutions. You just need to be there to optimize for the solutions, and then you would find enjoyment afterwards. But it's not a long term of enjoyment, because there's another problem coming your way.
Okay, so bro, yeah, I really agree. So just this up and down, this is the beautiful thing of life. Like you don't expect to find the safe haven in the end. Of like you're not gonna optimize it at some point. You're like, now I solved all the problems that I ever have. This will never happen, probably.
That's what all the billionaires think they have done, because I have solved all the problems. They don't think themselves as part of society. Because there was the richest man in America, with the guy with the oil wells, that started building like libraries and schools everywhere around America. But now all the billionaires take all the money to themselves and don't think themselves part of society, just to fix another problem they have. And then I'm going on a tangent here, but then they still have problems. Like their yachts break down, it's still a problem, and they have to optimize for that. Like it's never, money is never the answer, or there's never an a general solution, optimization to every pain or problem we have in this life.
Okay, I agree. So you can never you can never get rid of all your problems, no matter how rich you get. I don't agree that all the billionaires, like, okay, maybe it's true that they are like their own in their own cycle. But I think they realize this. I think many people think, oh, if I'm rich, then all my problems are going to be away. When I have a like a beautiful girlfriend, and all my problems, then I'm going to be happy. If I finish my studies, then I'm going to be. When I finally like the thing, like all your life you're thinking, when I do this, then I will finally be happy. When I'm finally starting to work, I'm going to be happy. When I'm finally stopping to work, like then I'm going to be happy. But I think this will never happen.
Even Buddhists, like imagine, because in Buddhism you take out all your material things and you just focus on meditating or spiritual life, but then they still like prick themselves with something sharp, and they're like, oh shit, but it's a pain, you know, like even if you're perfectly in balance with yourself, there's still something that, like, a dog would bite your leg, you know. You're still a monk, and a dog could still bite your leg. It's if even perfect spiritual happiness is not the solution to all the problems.
I disagree a little bit because, you know, this was actually something I was working on about a year ago, I think. You can imagine it like this. Like, if you have a normal life, you're in this area. Like, if you're a normal person, like, you have some highs and some lows.
Okay.
And like your life is like, this was such an amazing day, and this really hurt, like this breakup or something, and like up and down, up and down. And through meditation and stuff, you can learn to be less attached. So you can like narrow it down. Okay.
So you'd reach a level of stagnancy, not necessarily having the variability of the days, but more they have like the sinusoidal like function that is your days is smaller and smaller.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
it's not that variable.
Because and I think, I don't know if this is possible to like really get rid of all your instinct, but there are like monks that can set themselves on fire and shit. I don't know if this is like if this is real, but if this is possible, then they are on the level where they really distilled it like really small. So I think you can change something about it, but the question is, do you want this? Because as you were saying, like, it's kind of beautiful to have like problems and ups and downs, as long as you accept it, as long as you're like
as long as you're willing to work on the solution. I think that's a huge problem with a lot of people, is they're not willing to work on solutions, work on optimizations, work on themselves. That's basically all the gym bro stuff is hurt men trying to work on themselves either way they can. So all the meditating stuff, all the yoga, all the sports, all the dieting is people trying to better themselves, work on themselves. But there is also always some people that don't want to work on themselves. So the problems keep adding up, but you're not getting over them. And it's it's a huge problem, you know? And
So you say for example, the gym bros, is this something good or bad?
No, it's something good, because as long as you're willing to work on your problems, to find the optimization for that problem and get over it, to find peace, or I don't know if you find peace is a good word, but to solve that problem or pain, I think it's better than not doing anything.
For sure, yes. We
had a digression talk like a few days ago, and the guy Mark, I'm gonna tell it for everyone at home.
Yeah,
the guy Mark had a really beautiful presentation about having a solution to a problem you have, but finding the right solution to the problem. He put the problem this way: so you would have a tree that at the base of the tree, near the roots, is your main problem, and all the rest are branches that are smaller problems that root out of your big problem. He said that the best course of action would be to find the best solution and cut the tree down from the bottom, and not try to limit yourselves on the branches.
Yes.
Now, everyone's big problem is completely different, and I've heard you talk with Udesh, with Andre, and it's like it's in a world of AGI or AI mostly, but I think everyone has completely different problems, and it's not good to like focus on a few people only because you have the availability bias of these people. And no, where I'm going at is sorry. Where I'm going at is trying to solve your own branch is easier and better than even like we got to a point in the digression talk, which I really recommend, Enigma digression talks on every other Thursday. It's amazing.
Amazing. Really amazing.
Sorry for the promotion, but I had to. Now, the best course of action was to cut from the bottom, find a good solution, and then it's way easier to cut the whole tree when it's fallen down. And when it's fallen down, you can cut it while you're standing on the ground. You don't have to go back. You're gonna to climb the tree every time you need to cut a small branch or a small problem in your life. You just need to cut the big one, and then you can stay on the ground, and it's really easy. Now, I'm not saying that that's the only solution there is. You could always cut the branches as long as it's the only thing to do. But in your mind, you should always think of the bigger picture of the biggest problems you have and cut them down. But when you get to when you get to like a smaller problem that really is in your way, like a branch with thorns, you want to cut that down first, and it's okay to cut it down first and then cut the big problem, or then cut the bigger branch, and then a bigger branch and the bigger branch. It's better to do this than not do anything at all.
Yes. I think I really have to think more about this example because I don't fully agree with him.
Okay,
it's like metaphors in general. Metaphors are a great way to explain stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like there are so many metaphors where it's like, yeah, they are nice, but it's like this is not the truth, you know?
Yeah,
it's like a problem is not in truth like a tree with branches. So it's so hard to like you have so many nice there are so many nice metaphors in the world, but it's so hard to get like to what it really is. And metaphors are a nice way of explaining, but like maybe not the best way. But what I wanted to say exactly is with the ups and downs, this stuff we were talking about, it's you can. I think the only thing that you can do to get happier, because as you said, like you will never get ultimately happy because there will always be ups and downs, new problems. I think the only way you can do is to learn to enjoy everything, also to enjoy the lows and also to enjoy the ups,
and to enjoy the optimization part. Like there's so many people who say life is a journey, but you don't really believe it because it's people on the internet or like post on Instagram. But then when you think about it, it's way nicer to enjoy optimizing your problems than thinking, oh, I'm gonna have that someday, and then everything else will come. But when I have problems, I won't think of them. But the problems keep adding up, so you won't be able to solve them when you're trying to get to your goal. And then you're gonna hit a roadblock, and it's like, oh my god, I'm sad. So I think the best way is to just enjoy optimizing. It's weird to think about that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty much what I want to do. But like it's like I want to optimize. Yeah, I have like a goal that I'm focused on.
What's your goal?
Finding objective meaning. It's like what I was talking with Andre. So it's like I'm focused on this, but I also want to enjoy the journey on the way. So it's like because in case I don't find objective meaning and I'm like 100 years old and I'm looking back on my life, I can say at least like, yeah, I enjoyed like for real. You in your life you will always have problems.
Mhm.
Like you will, and you will always chase something. Like you can't like accept you, even if you're like a Buddhist monk and you say, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna just meditate for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Then you're also chasing something, and you're chasing enlightenment,
Yeah,
or
exactly,
like
exactly.
like true happiness, true like so I want to learn, like like everyone has something that they are chasing after.
Mhm.
So I just choose this goal and I'm going to be happy on the way. Like I choose my
Yeah.
dragon to fight.
Yeah. It's a good life goal.
Yeah. What do you have, a life goal or something?
It's gonna sound really weird. I'm gonna give a backstory first. When I was little, my parents would send me to international camps, like, and it was amazing. Like we had like a German like 8 hours a day, and then the other hours we just have fun and stuff like that. And then we'd had weekend trips for like the whole Saturday or something. We'd just go somewhere and visit something. And in one camp, I visited the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart, and it was amazing. Like I instantly fell in love with racing and cool cars. I liked cars before, but like I actually got in a Porsche and I could like hold the steering wheel, and it was for me one of the highest experiences I've ever had. And it's amazing, and to me that was like life changing, because exactly after that I have set my life goal to have a Porsche. Like it's crazy. Like, but my life goal is to just have a Porsche, and it's I want to have it by 30 years old, and I'm gonna enjoy optimizing for that problem. If you think about it, because having a Porsche is a weird life goal, you know. But what do you do to get to it? And that's what I want to try and enjoy. Like I want to go into this university, which I fucking love, and then I want to do a master's maybe. Then I want to work and have a life myself, and then if I get that, then it's crazy. Like I have a Porsche and my life goal is achieved, and maybe I'll find another life goal. But I'm gonna enjoy the life that goes until that life goal.
That is, bro, this is really cool, and that's actually really reflected. You know, this is because so many people say, like, I want the Porsche, like just like this.
Yeah.
And if you would have told me my life goal is to get a Porsche and that's it, I would say like, bro, I'm not gonna like you don't need to come on this podcast because it's like this is such a surface level goal.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
but
Exactly. It sounds really surface level and superficial, but at the end of the day, it's the idea that I'm gonna have something I really want at the end of a really cool journey that I have, and the actual journey is my life goal, but only because I could finalize it with having a really cool car. I mean, um, like having peace with myself that I finished my life goal, but also the people I met along the way and the experiences I had along the way, and everything else is also part of life, and the problems and the optimization and stuff like that, which I would probably love. And you wouldn't think about it when I say I want a Porsche, but when I give you my background and stuff like that, it's completely different. Like you think about it differently.
true. This so basically the Porsche is arbitrary. It's like it's just a goal.
Yes,
like
yes.
it's a nice goal and you just choose it and like
Yeah, that's it. And other than that, I would really like a family with 2 kids. I feel like I'd be a great dad because in my mind I'm still 5, and but yeah, that is still also, if I don't have it, then I don't mind. I'll meet really cool people along the way, and I'll still have really cool experiences, and I won't mind them. You know, I probably won't have regrets at the end of my life. Yeah.
it's so. But if we really think about this, like the Porsche is the arbitrary goal because you as a person you will have a goal anyway, so you can just choose one, and you choose the Porsche because it's like a nice goal, and it's like the same as me. I choose to search for objective meaning, only that I maybe have like I have some arguments for it, but it's like maybe also arbitrary goal, like but the base of it, like if you really think about it, isn't your base goal to live a happy and fulfilled life? Because if you think about it, to live a happy, like you want to enjoy the journey, and you want to be happy, like this Porsche goal is just a way how you think is a nice way to live your life, to be happy in the end.
And it's not really exactly if I have a Porsche then I'll be happy. It's not anything else. It's mostly I'll be even happier if I have that, but I still won't be sad if I live my life for 30 years, you know?
But is your end goal, like if you really ask why, you know, why do you want the Porsche?
Okay.
And why do you want to enjoy the way towards the Porsche?
Yeah.
You will come out by, or ask why.
Okay. So it's really a heavy question. I really haven't thought about it. Only the steps I should take to get to it. Because I don't feel like my life is only the Porsche or that goal. It's a multitude of stuff that I should be able to do to be myself, you know? But I think the why is because as a kid you feel like cars are cool, and also that experience with the Porsche Museum changed my life. And then it was like an obsession, sort of. And I keep trying to get to the end of the obsession while doing other stuff. Or through doing other stuff. I think that's a better word to use. You don't sound convinced.
I'm not convinced, because I think, I don't know if it's true for you, but maybe maybe it is, because, but maybe it's also true for every human. So you want to live a happy and fulfilled life, and you think, like, if you can make a comment to this, but and you think that the best way to live a happy and fulfilled life is by trying to get a Porsche and enjoying the journey.
Well, yeah, it's still an arbitrary goal. Like, after the Porsche, I have it. Now what? Like, what? I won't have life goals anymore. But still, there's other things to life than just a life goal, I believe.
Do you think you would be happier if you don't have the Porsche goal?
I think I'd be happier if I wouldn't reach that goal. You know, because as money doesn't solve all your problems, I don't think my Porsche will solve all my problems. Because when I get to it, I think it will. And it actually won't. And it will break my heart.
To find out. Oh, damn.
Yeah, because it's a goal. It's a means to an end. But the actual means is important. Like, what you do to get to the end is important. Like, that's why I like to put my fingers in as many pies as I can, have as many contacts, people, the friends I have, and try to be open to everything, because you might not know where some of the goals come from.
So,
as well.
Yeah, trying different stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the thing you said before. I think like it's a really interesting way of putting it, that you say you don't even really want to reach the goal. Of course you really want to reach it, but like as soon as you reach it, then it's like
then it's empty. Like it's like I'm looking down at a cliff, and but what's after that is basically I'm getting all the ground from the cliff, from the infinite downward cliff that I would get into if I didn't think about the future. Like, if I have the Porsche goal, right, and then I want to have and then that's my only goal in life, right? After that, it will be an actual cliff that I'll fall down into and won't be happy anymore. And the beauty of life is that you can have other goals, that you can even micro goals, like I want to eat breakfast today, I don't know. And that's some goals you set up after your main life goal, I believe, that are really good to maintain your sanity and not like it and lessen the hurt when you realize your main goal is not the solution to all your problems, even if it's an abstract as finding objective meaning. Because when you find it, what will you do after?
Bro, that's a question. It's so funny that people ask me this, but it's so the answer is 100% clear. No, the answer is super, because when I find objective meaning,
you will follow that.
Then I will follow it. Yeah. Because we if I find something that is objectively better action than something else, for sure, like the rest of my life, I will just 100% follow it. And I think that this is different. Like, if I don't find it, then it was like, or if it doesn't exist, then it was an arbitrary goal, like the Porsche. Yeah. But it's the good thing is I can never reach it if it doesn't exist. So it's like I'm sure to have like, oh, I can I can maybe if I do like a mistake in thinking and I think I found it, but it doesn't exist in real life, then I would. Yes. But still, then I would think there is objective meaning and I have a new goal. So like finding objective meaning means automatically have a new goal already. Yeah. So like as soon as I have my Porsche, I already have like the next goal in my hand.
But you can also find other goals after you're in that pit, after you're in that after you fall down the cliff. Because I'll give an example. I love my mom. I'll give an example about my mom. She always wanted a kid, and she had me. And when I left for university, like she kind of fell down the cliff. But then she found meaning or other life goals in other aspects of life. So it's never really one directional. It's really what you find along the way that you can branch out and find other goals that you can tick them off one by one. And when you tick them off, there's other goals. As I said, there's problems and there's solutions, optimizations. Like now I feel like she's really happy. She is kind of hurt that I left, of course, but now she found other stuff to do, which is amazing to me. You know.
So what you basically
so my conclusion to this little story about my mom is that there's always a way to continue optimizing and enjoying life even after you reached one of your main goals in life.
So you basically say the best way to live a happy life is to just choose goals and just follow them and enjoy. Like
not necessarily follow them. I mean, yes.
Or try to solve them.
Yeah, follow the goals and try to solve the problems along the way. I think that's the way to live, in my opinion.
That's. Why do you think this is the way to live?
Because I'll give an example of, if you, as I said in the beginning, if you have like your whole life planned out and you basically don't have an end goal, but because that end goal would be just another tick on your calendar, you know, and it's better to have something big and there and imposing to look up to.
So wait, you say a big goal. Why is it better to have?
I think I'm contradicting myself.
Yeah.
So my main opinion is still you have to enjoy optimizing. You have to enjoy life. That's basically enjoying life. But it's better to have goals and then
I think I understand what you mean. Like I can try to
Yes.
to say it. So
I think I'm losing myself.
when you live, like you can just decide to, like you will have problems anyway. Like you will have things to solve, and if you don't have a goal, you just like wander around, and it's like every day is like the same. You don't have like a
Yes.
nice thing where you can make like progress towards.
Yeah.
And like this nice thing to make progress towards is nothing like really higher. Like the important thing is to enjoy.
Yeah.
Like you could also enjoy like a monotone life, but like it's nice, or it's like probably easier to enjoy, or it's like it's like a cool way to live, to have like a big goal and say like, hey, I have this goal and I'm just gonna chase after it, and I'm just gonna enjoy every
Yeah.
step. And so it's really arbitrary actually. Like the
Yeah.
big goal is like
any goal is basically arbitrary, because when you think about it, any goal in this life that any human has is arbitrary. Like you want money, yes, it's arbitrary, but it can be anything else. It can be a Porsche.
yeah.
You know, it can be objective meaning. But and
Objective meaning is another category.
yeah, okay, yes, okay, I agree. I agree. It's more philosophical. But I'm saying, like down to earth goals, like everything is what you choose, and it's better to choose something than not choose anything, to not and not choose to work on yourself, because at the end of the day, to have a goal means to, as you said, progress towards that goal and be better than your previous self. If you live a monotone life, you're not really better than yesterday, because what did you change? Like ate rice instead of pasta? Like it's not that. I mean, and it's also always changing. Even if you live a monotone life, I think there's some time that you either get someone in your life, or you have an experience that changes your life, and then it's not that monotone anymore. Like you kind of start, oh hey, there's this person in my life, I wanna be with them, and there's suddenly in your monotone life a nice goal you have, and then your monotone life doesn't seem so monotone.
I've got a proposition for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a better goal than your Porsche, and
Okay.
I can argue why. If you say it's mainly about enjoying the journey
Yeah.
towards your goal,
Yes.
it's not really about the goal. Like it's not really about the Porsche. Porsche is just a nice
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
Why don't you put your goal to learn to enjoy as much as possible? If you say like just imagine, you say my goal is to enjoy my life as much as possible. It First, you can never reach it, because you can always learn to enjoy more. So
Yeah.
you will never fall down the cliff. Never. And every point you make progress towards is that you will become happier, because if it's about enjoying anyways, why don't you set your goal to enjoy as much as possible? Because this way you can learn. Like, this doesn't mean that you just sit and enjoy, but this can also mean that you go to the Buddhist monks and ask them, how do you enjoy? And then you go to another guy and ask him, how do you enjoy? And like really search, like that you start to study psychology like I do, and ask, oh, what is enjoyment? What is enjoy? Where does it come from? How can I enjoy my life the most possible? And really try this. Like, what do you say about this?
It's your opinion is really cool, but I feel like the optimization itself should not be the end goal. I think it should be the means to an end. I think, because if you put learning as your objective, or enjoying yourself as an objective throughout life, or not necessarily a short-term goal, it's not gonna be as enjoyable as actually doing stuff for a different reason. Think about this. So I want to swim because I want to win a swimming competition. But what if I want to swim if I want to be better at swimming? Now, I think here the comparison to others is also a good thing in some skewed way, because when you think about yourself as competing with others and being like winning the competition, your monkey brain will start accelerating and being like, okay, we have to do this, we have to do this. But then when you go to learn just to be better at swimming, then it's not really enjoyable anymore. Like, even like, I think I'm saying this because it happened to me in triathlon. When I was in triathlon, I didn't go to any competitions, but I was training with the competition guys. Like, I was doing like high top level shit. Those guys were crazy, and teacher, like the coach, was amazing, but I couldn't find enjoyment out of it. Like, I started going less and less because I was my goal was to learn how to swim better, and it's a different thing from judo that I did a few years before, where my goal was to win competitions or to get the newest belt. And I think that especially for me, because like the testosterone and everything with the monkey brain and cerebellum, it's a different way of thinking that will accelerate your enjoyment or better your enjoyment. Yeah.
I think I get you. I think it's so interesting. You know what? Because you just contradicted or you just made an argument for like exactly the opposite of what so many people say, because so many people say that it's like just you shouldn't strive for an external goal, you should just enjoy the things for their own sake.
Yes.
And you say, but you can, like, enjoyment works better if you have like a goal that you're chasing after, if you like really use your monkey inside, your monkey wants to chase a goal.
Exactly.
And you just you just let it free, let it just chase the goal and let it run after the goal. And I really get your point. I don't know, I think I have to think about it more, because I also get the other side. Like, I also get the side that it's like there are, if you always chase behind an external goal, then you can drop off the cliff, you know? Like if you don't chase, like if you just swim for swimming's sake, if you just swim because you like swimming and because you want to get better at swimming, then you will never fall off a cliff. Like, because
true, but also the risk of the cliff is also the beauty of reaching that goal. Like, I don't know. It's also like, okay, so now I have this goal of being better at cooking, but this goal has two parts. It's one, I want to learn how to cook better, and two, I want to either open up a restaurant or be a really good cook for my kids. So it's also this part and this part, which I don't know if it makes my enjoyment of cooking less, but it definitely doesn't like hinder me, you know, from actually trying to cook better.
Is this a real goal, by the way?
That's a real goal, yeah.
Nice.
I'd really like to cook for my kids, yeah.
Or make a restaurant.
Or, yeah, with like one of my colleagues that I cook like weekly, and it's amazing. Like, he taught me so much shit, and then I want to open up something with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's you have a really good point. It's really interesting. I think the other people also have a really good point.
Yes, of course.
It's like it's pretty hard to compare those two. But like, when I see you talking about this, you're like smiling, like, and I'm smiling because I think like, damn, yeah, I feel this. Like, just choose a fucking goal and just go after it. Like, just let's win this competition. I know this competition is essentially meaningless, but I'm just giving it meaning.
Because you have like a goal you can touch, palpable goal, then everything you do to reach that goal is also palpable. Like, you can touch it, you can reach it, you can definitely do it with your own two hands. If you if you want to if you want to get that Porsche, you would first have to start learning, and what you want to do, like basically what you're good at, and then you're gonna start learning about that, and then you're gonna get better at it. You're gonna get money off of it. But all of this is powerful. Like you can do it. You can like it's reachable. It's something you can definitely do, and it's with the with the learning. Like the learning is the goal. What is reachable on that? What step can you take to reach that goal?
If you want, like, say the goal is I want to enjoy as much as possible.
Yes.
Like, it's the
Yeah, I think
things you
learning
can-
is different from enjoying. Because learning, you can start taking steps to learn better, like
Yeah.
to swim better.
but also
But
to
enjoying, I think it's a
No,
really
I don't.
abstract goal that I don't think you can touch, and I don't think it will bring you any enjoyment from either reaching it or looking up to it or following
No, I believe. Okay, stay with me.
it.
So
Yes.
I believe that if you want to enjoy as much as possible, the best way to do this is to learn how to enjoy as much as possible. I know many people say, oh, if you really like if you try to do this, it doesn't work. Like if you try to be happy, you cannot be happy. You have to do it like in a different way. But I don't think so, because I think this is also something you can learn. You can learn to not be so affected by like negative things. You can learn, like for example, if something bad happens to me, like after the podcast, like I tip my camera over, it falls down, it's like, oh, 1,000 euros gone, shit.
Yeah.
I could be really sad, but I can learn to say, hey, this happened. So because it's happened, I can't change nothing about it. So I can just enjoy, and I can just be, and I can just say it is what it is. And also if I feel the pain, I can say I'm enjoying that I'm a human, and I'm able to feel pain. Like I'm able to feel sad about
True.
something. And there's all things you can learn. I think you can go to the Buddhists and ask them, how do you learn to enjoy? I think you can go study neuroscience and ask, and look like, okay, what in the brain is enjoying, how, or conduct studies on how to enjoy the best. Like, why can't you learn this? Like, you can learn everything. Like, of course it's a little bit harder, but I want harder goals. Like, what it's like.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stick to the camera problem.
Yeah.
Now, it falls down. It's 1,000 euros in the trash. But you don't learn to be okay with the camera falling or it being destroyed. You start solving the problem that is camera bye, and it's the actual. This is basically optimization. You start solving it. You're optimizing for the problem, and you get enjoyment out of this because like you start being okay with that, with the camera not being there anymore, and it's basically optimizing, and then you enjoy optimizing it. You enjoy being okay with the camera not being there, and then you start optimizing some more, and then make some money to get a new camera. Enjoy making that money, and then buy a new camera, which is the problem, the goal that is basically the problem, the roadblock. And then you hop over it, you buy a new camera, and then it's goal reached, and you are enjoying the optimization part that comes with it as well.
So you say, but you agree with me that
Yeah, I do.
wait,
At some point,
so you agree with me that you can get better at enjoying things, or
Yes.
because I think that like maybe like the thing you said, maybe I misunderstood you, but if you only try to enjoy, like only try to get better at enjoying, this is not the reality, because you will always have like other problems to fix.
Yeah.
You will fix. But I say, yeah, okay, that's true. You will always have other problems. But even if you have a Porsche, if you go to Porsche, you also have other problems to fix.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not the
Yeah.
Porsche is not your only
No.
goal. You will have other goals on the way. Like it's the same with enjoying. If you say my main goal is to enjoy as much as possible, you will also have like different goals and different problems, different roadblocks on the way. But if you have the goal to enjoy as much as possible, then you will get better at enjoying your path towards this goal, and you will never reach it, because you can never enjoy as much as possible, because as much as possible is as much as possible. But on this way, like on the way of solving problems towards, like, really see it like an engineer. Okay, I want my optimization, like as if you have a scale for every day, and you give a day of like 10 enjoyment or 0, like between those numbers, and you want to get this number as high as possible, and then you like really think about, okay, how can I solve this problem? And it's like the Porsche, but only that it's not really tangible. That it's not really something you, okay, now I have it, now I'm done. Because you're never done, but you can always get better, and you can always take steps. You always will have problems you have to fix on the way.
I completely agree with you. I now it's really good to have an abstract goal. It's good to have an abstract goal that actually makes sense, in the way that it's better than having a tangible goal. I don't know. It's like, to learn to enjoy as much as possible is a different abstract goal than learn how to swim, because learn how to swim has a tangible equivalent that is better than the actual abstract.
To win and
to win, or to be better than your friends, you know?
Yes.
But that is a really good goal that could help you not fall off a cliff. Like it's like a Spider-Man thing, and it's every time you fall off a cliff, you hang on to that, and it goes to the next part of your life.
The enjoyment thing.
The enjoyment thing. Like, but it really
nice picture.
It really has to be a good abstract, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't mind having an abstract, but me personally, I wouldn't have the goal.
What do you mean by abstract?
Abstract is like this, to learn to enjoy. I don't think it's abstract means there's no tangible steps to take towards that goal.
Yeah.
You know, you're just being more okay with yourself, I guess. But it's you have to be good, and you have to not make it your main life goal. I think your main life goal should still be something tangible, that you realize it's not okay, that you realize it will not solve all your problems. But it's good to have another goal that is like, this is my crutch. If I fall off the cliff, I can use that to help myself.
Why? Because I don't understand. Why do you need the not Lamborghini, but Porsche goal? Why do you need the Porsche goal if you could just
the tangible goal?
Porsche is just the
arbitrary,
the word for the word for tangible goal. Why do you need this goal if you could just like have the I want to enjoy as much as possible goal? Like, why do you need both? Like, okay, I think I can give a good... What does the Porsche add if you have the I want to enjoy everything as much as possible? It adds
tangible steps that you can follow.
But you can also follow tangible steps to enjoy more.
Not really. Like, I could enjoy myself taking drugs. It doesn't better me. I think that's I think that's where I'm going at. Like, the steps you need to reach that goal need for you to be better. Like, that's why the monotone life won't make you better than yesterday you. But having a goal and reaching that goal, you will take tangible steps that if you take them, you're going to be better than the last step you took. But if you only have the abstract goal and not have any tangible goal at all, then you can have weird steps that are either tangible or not. But if they are tangible, they might be bad. Like, if you learn to enjoy life, you might start being an alcoholic, and that's not good for you. That won't make you better than yesterday you.
But if you start to become an alcoholic, then you're really failing on the goal of enjoying.
Not really, because for me, I'm enjoying life. Like, or any type of drug. Like, drug addicts don't realize their life is messed up because they're enjoying it
when they're on drugs.
Yeah, but it's a means to an end.
The thing is, there is a maybe our definition of enjoying is a little bit different, because I think like, if you truly want to optimize enjoyment, you don't start taking drugs. If you truly like I don't say you try to maximize enjoyment by going to parties, by going stuff like this. I say you try to optimize enjoyment not by not by changing the things you do, but by trying to learn how to enjoy more. Like you don't change, like your tangible problem is I want to learn how to enjoy the most possible. Not I want to change my environment or I want to do stuff that I enjoy. I don't go on a ski trip because I like skiing. No, I stay exactly where I am. And like, or no, I don't say where I am. My goal is not to try to have as many ski trips as possible. My goal is to learn to enjoy wherever I am. Like no matter which circumstances I don't want to do anything to enjoy. I want to learn to enjoy anything I do.
Yeah, but I think that's not a goal really, because at the end of the day, I don't know. It might be a goal. It might be an actual good abstract goal, as I said before, because there are some bad goals. And then there's good abstract goals. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think it's also like if you use that definition of enjoyment, that could be a life goal. That could be one of the better life goals, even.
Yeah,
but as I said, it might not always help you take the best steps in your life. Rather than if you have more tangible goals that you can actually take steps to be better. I regress. It's
but
yeah.
You mean for if you try to get a Porsche, you can measure your success better, easier.
Yeah, and I think it's even more enjoyment out of that because dopamine and like, oh yeah, I did a goal and now it's dopamine, or I did a micro goal towards that goal and it's also more dopamine than the big goal that is enjoying yourself or enjoying the life. Because that's basically, yeah, it's
yeah. I think I know what you mean, because when you, it's basically the thing that you say is basically just go and like just set your arbitrary goal and like really be the, like it's a monkey. Be the monkey, like this monkey that really wants to get the banana. And you say, okay, I'm just gonna chase behind this banana because it's like, this is just like I'm built for this. I'm built for chasing something. So you don't do anything complicated because the monkey is not running after like something he's thinking about. The monkey is just running after something that this is the thing. So you just use your nature and just follow the nature.
Yes. Like we're not that evolved from monkeys. We just have better environments. And it's our brains are really still on that level.
Not fully. There's for sure a difference.
Yes,
like
there's a difference, but our dopamine,
like we still have pretty like the base.
The base is still there, like all the hormones that we have and stuff like that. Now, I when we're talking, I thought about the micro and macro level of these goals, and if you have on the micro scale, it's better to have tangible steps, as I said, but on a macro level, these abstract goals help you like be your crutch when you finish other tangible goals in life. And the way to think about this is macroeconomics and microeconomics. If you try to explain microeconomics with macroeconomics ideas and theories and equations, every micro, like businesses, will fail. Like everything will fail. And if you try to do macroeconomics with all the microeconomics ideas and theories and equations, everything will crumble. And it's the beauty that it's the same thing basically, but completely different, that is a good way to think about these abstract and tangible goals.
Yeah. So, do you think one should have like those abstract goals, or is it fine to just have the Porsche and just say I'm gonna follow the Porsche without any trying to enjoy more or
It's weird. Like I would definitely like to have an abstract goal. I just haven't found one that suits me. And I think it's really hard to do that, and you really need to find yourself, because it's basically being okay with yourself, and everything else like you do with the outside world, with your environment, is a tangible goal.
I want to say, like when I proposed the goal with the enjoying more,
Yes.
I didn't mean that this is just better because it's an abstract goal. I mean that this is better because enjoying more is better, because enjoying more is the core. I don't say that like when we say with the abstract goals, those are goals you can never reach. You can never be the best at swimming. But you can get better at swimming. So I don't say
I'm gonna stop you a little bit.
Yeah.
So the problem with that, and why I took it as an abstract goal, is that if you think about it, the goal, the ends shouldn't be the means. Like you need to have means to an end. You can't have the ends be the ends. You need to do something to enjoy more. You can't, if you, let's say, okay, I enjoy more from tomorrow, and then I enjoy more from the next day, but that's like it doesn't really add up.
But okay, my goal is to learn to enjoy as much as possible. So I have goals. So my goal, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to become a professor in neuroscience, because I need to to really understand what is enjoying. And then I'm going to build a YouTube channel around enjoying and about what's the best way of enjoying, because I want to have a community of people that like research on the same goal. And then I'm going to try to find the like hidden Buddhist monks and ask them about enjoying. So you have goals. You have goals that you're working towards that are tangible on the way.
Exactly, but you have the big goal as your crutch. Like you have the big goal as a Spider-Man web that helps you to the next building.
But why do you? So I think this is the most optimal way to optimize your enjoyment, is by just your main goal is to enjoy as much as possible, and from that you derive all the steps. Like the things you do are all anchored to the direction to enjoy more, and you still have goals, but you don't need the Porsche as well. You don't need the goal to enjoy as much as possible and the Porsche. You can just say no Porsche. It's just about to enjoy as much as possible.
That is still abstract, and you need to take tangible steps towards tangible goals that eventually add up to your abstract goal. So at the end of the day, you still have tangible goals that are the base of what you're enjoying. That's what the analogy with micro and macroeconomics was. Like, it's really good to have an abstract goal to help you through life, but you can't really explain that on the micro scale, like on a either day-to-day basis or even physical life that you go through and interact with the world. It's better to have abstract abstract goals rather than tangible goals.
Okay, I think.
Okay, let me give you the example of exactly what you said with having learning to enjoy more as your main goal, right? It's pretty abstract. You can't really you can make tangible steps. Like if you go in micro, you're gonna make steps and micro goals and micro steps and stuff like that every day, and you would build a community around it, which is also another goal to reach that. On a bigger scale, this learning to enjoy more is finally helping you go through all these steps while you still while you're still happy about the optimization of it all, you know. But you can't really explain, like you can't really combine the macro and micro scale.
but okay, I understand what you say, but now,
Okay, so it means let's talk about your goal. Like
wait,
yeah.
okay, so now, as you like, I think you really get the thing with the enjoying now. So it's like, do you still need the Porsche goal? Not you, but
Mhm.
like if
The
you
tangible goal,
like,
you still need
do
it.
you still need another tangible goal if you can also derive tangible goals from your abstract goal? Like, you can have this abstract goal
Yes,
derived.
because you can't have the abstract goal without the tangible goals. Because our monkey brains will not understand enlightenment. They will understand that with enlightenment comes a banana and 2 more bananas and 3 more bananas, and then you're happy at the end of the day.
But okay, so you have your goal to enjoy as much as possible.
Mhm.
And from this goal, you have your bananas on the way. You have your
Yeah.
tangible goals
Yes.
from this abstract goal. You derive them.
Yes.
So you have tangible goals to run after. You have
Yeah.
bananas to chase. Do you also need the Porsche banana, or is this irrelevant now?
It's I think returning to the branch metaphor, I think it's another branch that is just there. That if you go on the way, on the path to this abstract goal, there's gonna be little ramifications in life that you would have some other parallel goals. And I think these goals can also not be abstract. Like the end goals shouldn't always be abstract. They can be anything you want. So yeah, it's okay to have the abstract and then work towards it with on a micro scale with tangible goals. But it's also okay next to this to have, like, something on the side, like savings.
Yeah, I think. I don't know if I fully agree. I know what you mean,
Yeah.
because you also have side goals, and you will always have side goals.
Yeah.
But I don't think that, like, the reason for the Porsche goal is to have a big goal that you can chase after.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
and you don't need this big goal you can chase after anymore, because now you have a better big goal to chase after, and this big goal to chase after is abstract. Oh, this big goal you chase after is abstract,
Yeah.
and it's to enjoy as much as possible. And on this way, you build, like, towards this goal, you build your tangible goals, and you follow this path, and you don't need this other one anymore, because this is now irrelevant, because you have tangible goals that are better than this tangible goal.
Yeah, but this banana is shiny, like,
and it drives fast.
Yeah, it drives fast. Like, I don't know. I'm not denying anything you say.
Yes.
I completely understand. But like, there could be other types of bananas that you could get, and it's always as I said before. I like to put personally, I like to put my fingers in the many pies, and these many pies are basically different goals in life I have. And yeah, I may have an aura around the tree that I build, but the branches still remain. But the aura is the way that I have to touch it,
Yeah. What did you want to ask me about my goal?
So, how is it abstract? Is it tangible? How can you make tangible goals, micro goals, from your abstract?
Which one? You mean the enjoying or the
no,
meaning?
The meaning, the objective meaning.
It is maybe the most abstract you can get, and also, I think, but you can stop. You can make progress towards it.
Of course,
you can't like the progress towards this is to try to understand life. Like, there are so many things you try to understand. So I like, you can derive tangible goals from this abstract goal, like, or it actually, if you really properly define it, is actually a tangible goal, because in the moment I am like, oh, this is objective meaning, I reach this goal.
Yeah,
but it's
true.
not it's not a shiny like, it's not it's more abstract, because it's like a thought. It's nothing my biology wants me to chase. It's something only my thoughts wants me to chase. So it's like, it's not a goal rooted in my like evolution. It's just a so it's like a different kind of goal, but I can derive, like, from every abstract goal you can derive tangible goals. And
yes.
I
then that was my question. What types of goals can
what
you
steps
derive from that?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For example, a really good idea would be to start a podcast where you interview people about exactly this question. I don't know who does this, but I do. No, it's like this is for, like I have different steps. So like for example, I want to. A tangible goal I derive from this is if I want to search for meaning as much as possible in my life, I have to be healthy because because I'm searching, so my brain has to work. I also am searching and I want to search as much as possible. So if I'm as healthy as possible for as long as it's possible, I have like 20 years more to search. So for example, health is something that falls out of this. Another tangible goal is I want to become really get rich. But not because I want to buy a Porsche from this money, but I want to use this money to follow my goal better because I want to make the most progress towards finding meaning in life. Okay, so I will make money and then I can maybe use this money to make better progress, was just to buy like if I need to make like scientific experiments, I have the money to fund them, or I could hire people that search for meaning together with me, and then I'm not the only person. Like, if you really try to optimize this goal as much as possible, like money is also a tangible goal that you could use to get closer to it. I also
was your 5,000-kilometer trip also a goal that helped you along the path to finding objective meaning?
It was my finger in the pie. It was because when I did this, like I did a bicycle journey. I have a podcast about this. It's really cool. It's a really enjoyable podcast. I think it's a nice story. I took my bicycle and rode 5,000 kilometers. Drove 5,000 kilometers to North Cape and back from Germany, and this was a phase before I really knew what I want to do in my life. It was the phase where I was just exploring. I was just like dipping my finger in this pie and this pie, and okay, now I'm going to travel. Oh, now I'm going to work in an orphanage for a year. Now I'm going to do this now. And at some point I found my like, then I discovered my goal. And my goal is to search for objective meaning. And this is when it basically changed. Like before I was just like trying different goals because like, if I hadn't found my goal, probably I would try the goal of getting super rich as well. Like just for like trying the goal of the Porsche as well, because it's like,
it's tangible. It's there. You can have it.
Yeah. And also like, traveling is a goal for many people say like, oh, traveling is the thing that makes you happy. Like I was basically searching for meaning, searching for the best thing I can do in life. And I was trying different things, and I'm still like, but this was just a try. It was
That's cool. But would you use traveling the world as a goal to continue your search for objective meaning?
No. It was just a try.
Okay.
Like this was like traveling the world was a try. If this is something that I find meaningful, if there's something that fulfills me, if there is something I want to do with my life, if this, like I was searching for the right way to live, and I was trying. Okay, now many people that travel say this was the best time in my life when I was traveling before I started to work and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try to travel. And I traveled, and I was like, this was nice, but something is missing. It's not the thing I want to do all my life, So I searched different things, and I will travel again if it helps me to make progress towards my goal. So it's like, but I will not travel for traveling sake. Yeah, I think
that's good. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I have one. Or do you want to say anything? Otherwise, I have like a nice closing question. I always ask in the end. So my closing question is, if you so say like one book, one YouTube video, one podcast, whatever you want, like one thing, like one piece of distilled knowledge, one piece of whatever, that the thing that you would advise people to read, watch, listen to, you would advise me to read, watch, listen to, or if you don't have anything, the thing that influences you the most, or just like a book, video, podcast, whatever you would advise.
This is a really
people to watch,
question.
listen.
You should have asked me before. I think is talking to other people is my is like, I don't want to be different or be corny or something like that.
Cool.
But I think watching something is the same thing as listening to other people. But while you're listening to other people, you still make connections with them, and you can listen to them more once you make the connection to them. That's why I think professors are really important. That's why I think friends are really important, because it's basically YouTube that you can also talk to.
True.
Oh,
Bro, this was a really good answer, actually. Yeah, I agree. That's one of the reasons I have this podcast. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
You
I
too,
really
you
enjoyed.
too.
And yeah, man. See you.
See you around.
This has been a Rational Optimization podcast. I hope you learned something. As you may know, I'm trying to make this podcast as good as possible. Like, I'm trying to provide as much value as I possibly can in every episode to you. So today I'm not asking you for like a 5-star review or anything like this. I'm asking you, could you please, if you have any idea what I can improve to make this podcast, or to make each episode, or to just make this episode, if I would do it again, more valuable to you, can you give me feedback? Like on Spotify there are those feedback boxes, and on YouTube you can write a comment. It would be really amazing if you would help me to make this podcast as good as possible. See you in the next one.